Alright guys, welcome back to the Raw series. Today's gonna be me speaking about something I don't like to talk about, which is weird, but I feel like it's essential and kind of the core reason why I believe I have a lot of problems in my life. I don't know, it's a bit of a sensitive topic for me, and sharing it to the internet is fucking scary. I'll just be honest. But we're trying to overcome some things. But today's topic is about keloid scarring. Before I get into that, today is day one back into the gym after a deload week. I'm feeling strong as fuck, I won't lie. You know, I was wanting to go super light today so I can ease back into the program, but I felt really good and it was really hard not to go heavier. I just ended up doing the same weights that I left off on. But I'm really keen. You know, taking a week off the gym made me really appreciate the gym. And it was nice today. It was quiet. Beautiful day today. Got some sun, journaling. Gonna do some Duolingo later. And a bit of recovery. Anyway, the point of this video today is I'm basically in a trauma dump right now into my camera and onto the internet. Now, if you don't know what a keloid scar is, maybe I'll edit in a picture. But a keloid scar is effectively an aggressive overhealing. No. It's like a wound that's healed aggressively, and there's too much collagen, and it heals outside the usual wound area. Now, whoever has keloids or has dealt with keloids, one, I do want to let you know I feel you. It's a rough thing to have. Been struggling with it for like 10 years now, I believe. So they are. It just depends on the person, but you can have a lot of them. Or you can have a couple of them. It's pretty common on your chest, your back, your ears. It's more prone to ethnic people. And it causes a lot of grief. For example, they can be extremely irritating. They can be extremely itchy. And obviously the big one is cosmetically, they are not aesthetic at all. Like, and it's rough. You know, if you had keloid scars or you have them at the moment, then you'd understand where I'm coming from. It's not that it's something that just doesn't harm you physically, but it harms you a lot mentally. Especially for me, like where I grew up, everyone's at the beach all the time, and you get super self-conscious. You don't want to answer questions. You don't want to take your shirt off. And people, if you grew up with them, then you probably got bullied for them, like me. It completely changes your way of thinking and your interactions with other people. I know there's people out there that have healed mentally from that and are thriving. I'm just not at that level. I feel like I had the worst hand when it came to having keloid scars. I don't know if I have the balls yet to upload photos of my keloids to the internet. But basically, I'm covered my whole chest and my whole back. And it sucked, man. Like, growing up in a beach town, getting bullied by the girls and looked down on by other dudes for something you can't really control. And I know that I shouldn't let things I can't control get into my head. But it's really hard. It's like 10 years of me repeatedly getting told that it's gross or it's weird, and then me telling myself that as well for 10 years, and then now trying to just get over it and live my life, and me wanting to take my shirt off without thinking about it. And it ties into my inconsistent trait of like cycles of wanting to be a healthy person and have a nice body and do well in life. But it also just breaks my confidence. It's like I'm everything I do, I feel like I'm hiding something, and I really, really don't like that feeling. Like it does affect performance, and yeah, it kind of just leaks into every aspect of my life. Anyway, I mentioned it's one of the core factors of why I'm inconsistent with like going to the gym or bettering my body or everything else, because like I've done it, I've done it multiple times, gotten to a point of like breaking, and I'll crawl out of the hole and start training again and looking real nice. But I've realized after the years of me doing that, say I had the perfect body and everything was well, if I took off my shirt, then it wouldn't matter anymore. I'd still just hate myself and find myself disgusting, and my brain thinks it knows other people find it disgusting. Even in my relationships, I've problems with my relationships because of it, insecurities, they just leak through. And if anyone out there has keloids, man, like, fuck. I get it, Miro. Like, I get it, guys. It's rough. Like, it's not a common thing that people have. And I think for the last 10 years, I've went to sleep thinking, like, why the fuck did that happen? Why do I have to deal with this? And I already have, like, hundreds of other things to deal with. I know it's probably just like a first world problem, but I need to address it and expose myself because I I believe that's going to be the best way to help me in the future. If everyone just knew I had keloid scars and like didn't, I don't know, I'm still processing it. Um, Shout out to like the 5 people that have seen me shirtless. They often are my close friends and my exes, and probably other people I've slept with. But yeah, my first month in Vietnam will be me getting laser surgeries on my keloids. But I'll be honest, yeah, like keloids, they come back. They're a recurring thing. There's not really anything out there at the moment that can actually cure keloids, which is really annoying. Like for me personally, I don't. Sometimes I have really painful moments throughout the day, but it's mostly when I go to bed. I'm really itchy, and that really fucks my sleep up. And my family already has like insomnia, but then adding the keloids into the mix where I'm sleeping and I'm waking up scratching myself and bleeding throughout the night. Like I can't wear a white t-shirt to sleep. I can't really sleep shirtless because I'm paranoid that I might bleed everywhere. there's so many things. Sorry, this video is in a bit of a unstructured mess. But what I'm hoping is to find other people with keloid scarrings and show them hopefully that you can overcome that, even though in my brain that is not even a potential future or a timeline where I am happy that I have keloids. So at the moment, I'm trying to make that reality, or even trying to envision it sounds pretty hard. But if I had a community, um, you know, had keloids and can share their stories, and we have a community, then we would feel less, I guess, isolated. Like with me, I'm already super isolated where I grew up, being the only Asian. And then when I moved to Melbourne, I tried to find Asian friends, but I was like way too white for them, right? I think there's a lot of people out there that have that hard time with fitting in when they grew up that type of way. I know there's people like me out there. And then on top of that, to add the keloid scarring, people are shallow at the end of the day. Like, let's just be real. And people look at you and they're like, people think I might be unhygienic or don't know how to take care of myself or anything along those lines. Even though you don't hear it, sometimes those people are brutal. I've ran through a lot, hundreds of those type of people. But then you get to a point where even when no one's not talking to you about it, you can feel the tension, or you can feel someone wants a question. When you go to the beach, you get dirty looks, and I don't know, it just sucks. So I'm hoping there's other people out there that can relate to this. And maybe one day we'll have a community that understand the struggle. And I know there's like body positivity and shit. But I always say this to my friends, body positivity is tainted. It's turning into something that you like people are just accepting things they can change. Like being overweight. 99% of the time you can change that. But people are like, this is what body positivity is now. Like for me, body positivity is being positive about something you can't change. Say if someone had one less finger or amputated leg or scars or marks or all those type of things, certain mutations. I was really into that growing up, and then I just saw the body positivity movement just hype up fat people, which is be positive about you being fat, but also get your shit together, change that. I've changed myself, so I can say that. I've been overweight, I've been anorexic, I've been overweight, anorexic, I've been jacked, I've been athletic, I've you know, I did the full character build. Anyway, this is a very, very long video, and I was sitting here for a while thinking about what I should talk about, and nothing came to mind, but this shit, keloids, scarring, body positivity, the trauma of it, and the struggles, I can talk about that for a lifetime. And I think maybe I'm figuring out that I got all this scarring for a reason. I'm not sure what that reason is yet. Maybe it's to help other people that have gone through what I've gone through, and the best way I can prove that it's going to be okay is for me to be okay and moving through it and building a support group of some sorts. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure what it looks like yet. I just know that I just want to turn my disadvantage into my advantage. And this is my biggest disadvantage. Anyway, that's enough fucking trauma dumping. I have a lot of editing to do because I'm sitting in silence a lot talking about this. But yeah, deep video today. Anyone that's watching, if you know anyone with keloid scars, send them some love. It's rough. Okay? See you in the next one.